Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 20, the rainy season and autumn in Vrindavan, text 34. Please repeat. Vyomnaha abhram bhuta shapalyam bhuvaha pankham apam malam sharad jahara ashraminam Kṛṣṇa bhakti yata ashubham vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam bhuva pangam apamalam sarajahashara minam Kṛṣṇa bhakti yata shubham vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam bhuva pangam apamalam Sraminam Kṛṣṇa bhakti yata shubham vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam bhuva pangam apamalam sarajahara shraminam Kṛṣṇa bhakti yata shubham vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam Vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam bhuva pangam apamalam sarajahara shramina Kṛṣṇa bhakti yata shubham. Mataji. Vyomno brahmbhuta shapalyam bhuva pangam apamalam sarajahara Vyomna in the sky. Abraham, the clouds, Bhuta of the animals, Shapalyam, the crowded condition, Bhuvaha of the earth, Pangam, the muddy covering, Apam of the water, Malam, the contamination, Sharad, the autumn season. Jahara, removed. Ashraminam, of the members of the 4 different spiritual orders of human society. Krishna, for Lord Krishna. Bhakti, devotional service. Eta, justice. Ashubham, all inauspiciousness. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Autumn clear the sky of clouds. Let the animals get out of their crowded living conditions. Clean the earth of its covering of mud and purify the water of contamination. In the same way, that loving service rendered to Lord Krishna frees the members of the 4 spiritual orders from their respective troubles. Purport. Every human being must perform the prescribed duties corresponding to one of the 4 spiritual order of life. These divisions are celibate student life, brahmacharya; married life, grihastha; retired life, vanaprastha; and renounced life, sannyasa. A brahmachari must perform many menial service during his student life, but as he becomes a wife and children constantly harass a householder. But as he becomes advanced in loving service to Krishna, he is automatically elevated by the laws of nature to more enjoyable spiritual occupations, and he somehow minimizes material duties. Those in Vanaprastha or retired order of life also perform many duties, and this can also be replaced by ecstatic loving service to Krishna. Similarly, renounced life has many natural difficulties, not the least of which is that sannyasis or renounced men are inclined to meditate on the impersonal aspect of the Absolute Truth. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 12.5, Kleshodikatarastesham avyakta shakta chetasam. For those whose mind are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Lord, advancement is exceedingly painful. But as soon as sannyasi takes the preaching the glories of Krishna in every town and village, his life becomes blissful sequence of beautiful spiritual realizations. In the autumn season, the sky returned to the natural blue color. It's a natural blue color. The vanishing of the clouds is like the vanishing of the troublesome duties in brahmachari life. Just after summer comes the rainy season, when the animals sometimes become disturbed by torrential storms and thus huddle together. But the autumn season signals the time for the animals to go to their respective areas and live more peacefully. This represents the householders becoming free from harassment of family duties and being able to devote more of his time to spiritual responsibilities which are the real goal of life, both for himself and his family. The removal of the muddy layer on the earth is like the removal of the inconvenience of the vanaprastha life, and the purification of the water is like this sanctification of sannyasa life by one's preaching the glories of Krishna without sex desire. So I will also read from the Light of the Bhagavata. The four prominent features of atom are that there is no water in the sky, the weeds that grew here and there in the rainy season all wither away, the muddy roads and fields dry up, and the ponds of water become crystal clear. These four features of the atmosphere are compared to the four orders of life. In the Varnashrama system, the student goes to the ashrama of the master to take lessons from him and serve him, even as a menial servant. The troubles of the students are at once mitigated when he attains the transcendental knowledge in terms of his relation with Krishna, the personality of Godhead. As the white clouds no longer bear the burden of water in the autumn sky, the student finds that the troubles of drawing water for the master become a burdenless job if the student, by the grace of his master, attains to spiritual knowledge. Householders who beget children without restriction, like weeds in the rainy season, become solitary as soon as they attain to the stage of devotional service. The family planning of a godless civilization cannot check weed like unwanted population. People should learn to check sex by voluntary restraint. This voluntary restraint is possible when one is docile with the service of the Lord. This is confirmed with Bhagavad Gita. Well-situated devotee of the Lord refrain from materialistic sense enjoyment, for they are attracted by the beauty of the transcendence. Forcible restraint by regulative family planning or similar artificial means cannot work very long. One must be attracted by the transcendence. One can give up the inferior quality of enjoyment as soon as one receives the superior quality of the spiritual enjoyment. So, family planning is successful when one is engaged in the culture of the human spirit. The vanaprasthas who voluntarily avoid cleaning themselves and who allow their beards and nails to grow no longer feel the discomforts of these burdens when they engage in the service of the Lord. And above all, the mendicants who take a vow to refrain from sex life no longer feel sexual urges when fixed in the transcendental service of the Lord. Therefore, in all four spiritual orders and four grades of social life, devotional service to the Lord is essential. Without this relationship, all the regulative principles of Varna and ashrama become burdensome duties, as they have in the age of Kali. When the regulative principles have no aim, the Varnas becomes caste system and the ashrama becomes the business of various shopkeepers. All these anomalies of the present social system can be reformed only by cultivation of human spirit in the devotional service of the Lord. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikas Swami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesharunavadi Paschatya Deshtarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we continue to hear this another wonderful verse which is comparing the four analogy or examples are given to compare the four orders of spiritual orders of life in the human society. So how they can relieve from their troubles or they can get purified. So the solution is, of course, ultimately is the engage in the loving service to Lord Krishna, the devotional service. But also this Varnashrama, we understand from Srila Prabhupada's teaching that even though is in the material platform, but it helps the society to advance in the spiritual order. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnya Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasa, is created by him, Maya Srishtam, very clearly Krishna says. So we can't just ignore it and and try to make the society perfect by our own way. So this is a very important thing to understand. Srila Prabhupada is very what is that word he used? He says that when the regulative principles have no aim, the Varna becomes a caste system and the ashrama becomes a business of various shopkeepers. So this is what's happening now in this age of Kali. They don't want to accept the system established by the Supreme Lord. But they want to make their own regulative principles and, they want to make society perfect. And they want to make, they don't want see someone is higher, someone is lower. They want to make everyone equal. But in practical life, you can't do it that. Really, in the material platform, you can't really do that because is not possible, because every living entity is individual. Every living entity has a different nature. Every living entity has a different desires. So accordingly, their condition, they act differently. So therefore, the divisions naturally exist. Even in the modern society, we can see, take any multinational company like Microsoft or any company, there are also these orders are there. Even though the modern people, they don't want, but it's naturally is there. There are intellectual people who plan and who design different programs, and then there are people who are also doing some, management or and another group of people, they also doing the marketing, the products which they produce, they sell it. And there are people who are physically, making all the products, all the things, working as a labor. And so these divisions exist. But only thing, they don't want to accept the way how the Lord created and wanted to engage people in their duties according to their nature. So now in Kali Yuga, of course, Kala Shudra Sambhava, everyone is Shudras. Particularly this modern education, Srila Prabhupada many times repeatedly says that these modern educations produce only Shudras. So there is no real education by the Brahmanas, by the way the Brahmanas, Patan, Patan, Ejanyajan, Dana, Pratigraha, that is the duty of Brahmana, to educate the society. But today there is no Brahmanas, there is no real education. So all this education makes people demoniac, completely. Their aim is just simply sense enjoyment. Some or other earn money and enjoy as much as possible. That is their aim. Whole society is running based on this understanding. Then, therefore, they don't care. They don't care for others. The traditional system, people used to think for family, for the well-being of family, for the happiness of the family members. It was not just selfish, the only me and mine. That was not there. So because of that system, people were follow many traditional system, and now those things are not there, so it's not followed. Everyone is become completely selfish. Even within the family, everyone has completely. They don't think as a family, as a happiness of the family, as a well being for the family. And they don't think in that way. They think about how I will enjoy. The modern young boy and girl, they get married in a few days, in a few weeks, in a few months maximum, they quarrel, they apply for a divorce. So many cases like this. Why? Because everybody is completely selfish. They think about only themselves. Especially the modern woman is encouraged to think like that and fight with men all the time is just so much. Even in India, is very much is spreading this due to all this internet and so they are able to see what's going on in the West and they just blindly follow. So ultimately the problem is whatever is they do is just the result is suffering. And they suffer more. Nowadays is also they try to convince the people they are enjoying, they are getting all these gadgets, all these different facilities, very good highway, very nice cars, nice aeroplanes, all these facilities are for the enjoyment. They think that they are all enjoying it. It's actually is all the time keep on preaching that yes, we are advancing, we are enjoying, but actually we are happy. Otherwise, how can you say that? If they are happy, then why they divorce so much? If they are happy, then why they abort so many, babies? Previously, we can see a family when they had 8 children, 10 children, 12 children, even some family 15 children were there. With my father, the 12 children are born. So they were happy. They were not educated. They did not have so much money like today. But they were happy because they had understanding what is life. So they were happy. But today is completely different because they all want their own system. They don't want to accept anybody. I don't need any advice. I know everything. Unfortunately, even sometimes among devotees, these ideas influence so much. And somebody, advice, I know better than you. Till yesterday, you see, he is very nicely serving, happy. Prabhu, you are my Siksha Guru, or you are this, or great, very humble. Because he did some mistake and something wrong, So immediately till yesterday who was a Siksha Guru, today he became a demon. He became completely opposite. How is possible in one day suddenly such a big change? We can see when even devotees, they don't like to listen advice. This is all because influence of this material association, material world, material ideas. We come to the spiritual life to purify ourselves, to become, to make ourselves more humble, become humble and serve. Particularly as brahmachari here is mentioned is a menial servant. You remember Prabhupada mentions in one purport that even brahmachari, so much he serves, even in such an extent that unless Guru orders him to eat, he doesn't eat even. He fasts. Every time Guru has to tell. So such a lifestyle is purifies. You understand that I'm not the enjoyer, I'm not the master, I'm here to serve. Krishna is a master and Guru, my Guru is representative, so I'm here to serve them. So when you have such a clear understanding, there is no way, if any advice comes, very happily you accept it. You try to follow it. So all this system is why Krishna is established. This system is like the Brahmanas, the head of the society, they guide. And then even Kshatriyas, even though they are rulers, they are the kings, but still they follow. They hear the advice from Brahmanas. Because the Brahmanas, they study Vedas, they know the Vedic knowledge. That is the system established by the Lord. So in the past, we can see that in every kingdom, in their assembly, there are many great Brahmanas and sadhus were there to advise the king. But today, all these ministers are all gundas, completely just. They are just all day thinking how to, swindle all the money from the people. So anyway, the point is that the system is established to make whatever the position, whether you are brahmachari or grahastha or vanaprastha or sannyas, or even in the social order, whatever position you are, is by engaging in this system, like in the varnashrama system, you purify yourself, you advance from your position, because that is the way. Even if you are not whatever. So Varnashrama charvata purushena parapuman Vishnu rahatyate panta nanyat dosha karanam. So by executing this our prescribed duties of varnashrama, so one can please the Supreme Lord. So when Lord is pleased, so the naturally the people also become happy. So they are advancing, and they are otherwise being for human society, because only they can understand it. They can advance, so they can get out of this material bondage. So therefore this system is established, and and by following this system, the Supreme Lord is worshipped, the Supreme Lord is pleased. Atapumpir Tvajasheshta Varnashrama Vibhavasha Swanustitasya Dharmasya Samsitir Haritoshanam. Haritoshanam. That is the aim. So, here also in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is clearly explained that every order he speaks what is their duty and then how they can purify it by engaging loving service to Lord Krishna. So, those who properly execute their prescribed duties live peacefully and are not disturbed by material condition, and because they follow the system of the Lord. But if, like today, if they want to follow their own system, they don't want to accept the Lord's system, then we are the responsible for all our sufferings, because we don't want to follow the Supreme Lord. So Srila Prabhupada says, if one executes his prescribed duty in both the social and spiritual order, the Supreme Personality of Godhead satisfied. If one neglects his duty, however, he becomes transgressor and a candidate for hellish condition. So, as I say, actually, we see that different people engage in different way. So, the division must be there according to their work, guna karma. So, this is how they can attain perfection. So, and also these divisions accepted by the qualification, not by birth. Like today, many the so-called Brahmanas, Brahmabandhus, and they claim themselves as Brahmanas. But Krishna very clearly says, Guna Karma Vipavasha. But they wanted to, guide the society. They want to pose themselves as they are the head of the society. But people, they don't care, because really they are not acting as a Brahmana. They don't have a qualification as a Brahmana, and they themselves don't study the Vedas. So, that is also not the way to be happy, even materially. If people wants to be happy, the system, the Vedas, even in the material platform as a karma yogi, you can perform so many different rituals, pujas and yajnas, and to get some material benefit. But people have no idea even what to speak of, advancing in spiritual life. People have no idea even materially to be happy also. Therefore, they put themselves more and more in entanglement in this material life, because their aim is simply somehow or other they want sense gratification. And many of their endeavor is, unfortunately, is sinful activities. Like today, somehow this modern society, these young people and all, they just so mad after this meat eating. You can see there in the city is really very sad to see that there, like almost every 100 meter one biryani shop is there. There's so many shops. Means people eating so much meat. They what is their expectation? By eating meat, I will be happy. But actually, as Prabhupada say, they are creating their hellish condition. They are actually suffering so much. But because they are completely in Maya, they don't even realize that they are suffering. So, therefore, the solution is only solution engage in devotional service. Doesn't mean now in Kali Yuga there is no varna, there is no ashrama. Of course, Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish this. But unfortunately, in our society, also nowadays, people, they don't want to speak this word at all. They ban the word varnashrama. You can't speak. And they don't like. But actually, Srila Prabhupada spoke so much about it. And Prabhupada expressed his desire that he wants to establish it. He's supposed to do this all together. All the GBC, all the leaders should come together and discuss, try to make more and more varnashram. Prabhupada says that hundreds and hundreds of people will come if you show the society how to live happy life, simple life, living high thinking. So, when we are, except few sincere followers of Srila Prabhupada, they trying, others are not interested. But even, if, of course, we can't just leave it, but at least this preaching Krishna conscious, chanting Hare Krishna, whatever the position one may be, Krihe Tako, Vane Tako, Sada Hari Bole Tako, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also is preached, sung the song like this. So that is very important thing today in this modern society. Even though we are not able to establish varnashrama and even don't know what is our position, but everyone can engage in the service of the Lord by chanting the holy name, hearing Harikatha, taking Krishna Prasadam, association with devotees by the system which is given by Srila Prabhupada, that purify us. And we all having experience of it, and most of us here already practicing for several years. So we have see ourselves how much we are changing from before coming to Krishna conscious, and from till now, how much we change, how much we have understanding about who we are, who is God, what is our relationship, what is His world. Everything is we see that we are, getting real knowledge, we are advancing, we are progressing. So, and if we more become serious and more Krishna gives knowledge, and then we can understand it. And also, we try to preach about this Varnashrama and try to do something for this farm community, develop, and so when whole society, all system is established, then it's very easy to live. Even material point of view is much better life than living all this ugra karma, this very demoniac nature in the big cities. Is very difficult. Very difficult to, every moment is very dangerous in these highways when you go. Every week I'm driving to Karur for the program, up and down, especially in the night time, it's really it's so dangerous. Last Sunday, while going, I saw 2 accidents. While coming back, 2 accidents. 4 accidents in just 3 hours in the highway. So, if you live in the farm, if you live, with your family and cultivate the land and take care of the cows, and so definitely you don't expect such an accident. Of course, the problems will be there. Definitely, till we are in the material world, but you don't expect such a big accident there. Or you don't expect that Ahmedabad flight. Whole family died, 5 people, 3 kids and husband, wife, all of them at once. So very unlikely you can have in the farm community like this accident, definitely you don't expect. So even if something happened, will be small. So anyway, the thing is, everyone can engage in the devotional service by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everyone can be happy, whatever our position, whatever our prescribed duties. Our prescribed duties now is engage in the devotional service. That's actually, so that's the way we can perfect our life. That is the way how we can make our life successful. Hare Krishna. So I stop here. Yes, bro. Ah.